Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Tammy, and today I am sort of backtracking. So I am in Scotland. I'm sitting in the bedroom of my Airbnb, and I forgot to do an intro this morning. So I thought I would come and do it now and tell y'all a little bit about what we did today, and then we'll wrap it up. But that's why you're going to see me starting and stopping in my pajamas, because I forgot to do this morning because we were just too excited trying to get up and get ready to go and all that stuff. I know several of y'all had commented, please take lots of pictures. We want to see everything that you're doing. So I am doing the best I can. We are taking a lot of photos. So we have like a group photo thing in Google. No, and it's something with, I don't know, something with iPhone. Somehow we managed to make a shared folder. So all of our pictures that were taken, we uploaded into one folder so everybody has everybody's pictures. And we ended today with over 700 photos, y'all. But we just created the folder today. So some of them are from our travel part, you know, like our flight and all that kind of stuff. And then the rest are just from the one tour that we did today. Today we did the Clava Cairns, Culloden Battlefield and Museum. We did the museum and the battlefield. And we went up to Glen Affric. And then we also stopped by Loch Ness, just a little short stop. And we just got out and saw Loch Ness. And then we also, it wasn't in the schedule, but he also let us stop and see some Highland cows, because that was very exciting. We all wanted to do that. He asked the bus, he was like, does anybody want to see Highland cows? And then he stopped, took us to a little place and let us see the Highland cows. So like I said, I tried to do lots of pictures. Y'all are sitting on a lamp again. And don't worry about me wearing the same pajamas 2 nights in a row, because I don't actually sleep in them. I sleep in my undershirt, but that's neither here nor there. But I just thought I'd tell y'all, don't think that I'm sitting here doing all this in one day, because, yeah, I'm not. I recorded yesterday, tired as all get out, and then I actually slept pretty good last night, but I think the time changes, you know, the change in time, because we're 6 hours ahead here in Scotland than we are back home, and so that's got me thrown off just a little bit. And so I went to sleep, slept good, but I woke up at 1 o'clock. Then I woke up at 2 o'clock, and then I woke up again at 3, couldn't go back to sleep, stayed up till like 5:30. Fell back to sleep, and then we were getting up around 6:30. So we got up and we had breakfast here at the Airbnb, and then the place that we were meeting the tour guide, or the tour, it's not really a bus, it's like a 15-passenger van, but the place that we were meeting them is not very far from where we're staying. So we just had our breakfast, and then we got ready, got dressed, and we walked to meet them. I have some video footage of that. I'm going to show y'all everything. And then we started our tour. So we had a really good day. We left about 9 o'clock this morning. The tour left. And then we got back to the drop-off pickup place at like 6 o'clock this evening. So it was a very long day, but it was full of all kinds of fun stuff, which y'all will see in the videos and pictures that we took. And, but yeah, it was a really, really good day. So I am going to let y'all see those videos now, and the pictures, and if there's anything I feel like I need to tell y'all along the way, I'm going to tell y'all. So we are currently walking to the place where we're going to meet the tour people, and it's cold out here, y'all. It's cold. The girls are back there behind me. Joel's in front getting us lost, I'm sure. So anyway, I'll turn y'all around and show y'all what I'm seeing.
Some dudes in corners and get money, and they would use that money to basically do shelters and stuff like that.
Hell.
So over here, if we knock on that thinking we're going to go shopping, they're going to be like, yo, you got a baby. We'll get you in.
Yeah, see, this is a one-way, the opposite way. That's why Waze don't want to go that way.
Oh, because your thing wants you to drive. Okay, so when I think, see Tammy up there, that's the cathedral that we need to go to.
I bet that bus stop thing right there is probably where we need to go.
The bus stop next to the cathedral on Andrew Street.
Oh, it recalculated.
Did it?
Now that I'm walking. Yeah, see, now it wants me to turn and go back. Hang on.
Yeah, but isn't yours taking you to the car
Well,
park?
we're going to this street right here, Andrew Street.
And we need to find a bus stop on Andrew Street.
And that's the street we're about to come up on right here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. See that little sitting thing? That's the bus stop.
Yeah.
We're 700 feet from Andrews Street. And it's 8:35 right now. No, that's the arrival, 8:35, 3 minutes. See that bus? That might be.
Okay, y'all. So several of y'all had commented that this is probably not a trip you're ever going to get to take. So you wanted to see all the pictures and videos. So I did my best. A lot of the videos we got were shot from the windows of the van because the countryside was so beautiful. And I was like, I want to film everything so I can show y'all. And this was actually on our ride after we met up with the tour group, obviously. We were all in a big van and we were riding out to our first stop of the day. And we passed by this viaduct. This thing is so pretty. I thought initially, I guess, that it was the Glenfinnan Viaduct, the one from Harry Potter. That's not this one, but it looks like this. This is actually, the driver said this is the Culloden Viaduct. So, we actually did ride across this when we took the train from the airport or from the train station up to Inverness. He said if we came that route, we did ride across this. But I just thought it was so pretty and I had to get some video of it so I could share it with y'all. But like I said, we're on our way to the first stop of the day and we had 3 different places. Well, we ended up going 4. But there were like 3 different places that were advertised for this tour, and we didn't know a whole lot about some of it before we took the tour. Now, we did go and like look things up to try to kind of get an idea. So, the first place that we went were the Clava Cairns. Now, if you've never seen these or heard of these or whatever, they're right outside of Inverness. It was only, I don't know, maybe a 10 or 15-minute ride, I think, from where we met up with the tour group out here to this place. So what they are, if you've never heard of them before, they're like a Bronze Age burial site, and they're like 4,000 years old, I think. It is like super peaceful out here, minus the people. I mean, because we got there were a lot of people there, as you could see. But as we walked around and stuff, the people that had gotten there before us kind of left. And so it was just us and, just the people that were on our tour. But these things were so, so cool. Like I said, it's like kind of a peaceful, quiet, kind of, I don't know, just kind of a little strange feeling. Like I just think that it's so crazy. Look, y'all, I tried to go through the stones. I didn't travel. Miriam tried to touch every stone in Scotland to see if she could travel, and we're both still here, so it didn't work. She was touching the fat stones, the big stones, the rocks on the ground, and she brought her husband with her, y'all. But anyway, like I said, I think it's very neat. Any of these structures that are so old, like the fact that they built these so many years ago, like the amount of people who have touched these stones and that they're still standing all these thousands of years later, it's just mind-boggling to me. But from what we read, they're even lined up with the winter solstice, which is kind of crazy considering how old they are. And it's not a very big site, but it's one of those places where you just kind of have to walk around and take it all in. Like I said, they were, or you can see, I'm spinning so fast, I'm probably making y'all dizzy, but I was trying to show everything. But there's lots of like the big stand-in stones, lots of the little round structures, just tons and tons of stuff really to see out there. So if you ever get the chance, go and see that. So the next place that we went was the Culloden Battlefield. And
don't know how much. I mean, I guess if you're not a big Scotland fan or you've never seen Outlander, you may not have even heard of Culloden, but it was very, very like this was the reason we wanted to do this tour. Okay. We have some people in our group who are very big history buffs. So this was just something that we wanted to see. If even if this had never been in a show, this would have been something we wanted to go see. And I was kind of walking through the museum when I was filming this stuff. And when I got to the end of this like whole display area, there was a sign that said you're not supposed to film or take pictures, but it wasn't at the beginning. And people that worked there saw me filming and didn't say anything. So I hope that it was okay that I was doing a little bit of filming. Like I said, nobody said anything. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or not follow rules or anything like that. But like I said, I didn't see the sign and nobody said anything. I think where the sign was placed, though, they do sort of some like reenactments, sort of, and like some little educational things. And I think that's the part they didn't want people filming. Excuse me. But I just thought this stuff was so neat. I love looking at stuff that's been around for a long time. But Culloden is the battlefield where the Jacobite rising ended in like 1746. And it looks like really calm and everything, but like it's a really heavy place. Like it was a very, very brutal battle. It lasted less than an hour, and around like 1,500 of the Jacobite soldiers were killed. And the government part, like the redcoats, the British or whatever, like they only lost like a couple dozen people or something. But the Jacobites lost, I feel like almost all of their men. Like it was a slaughter basically. So when you're walking the field, you can still see all the clan markers, and it really kind of sinks in what actually happened here. And I didn't get video of the clan markers or the monuments, but I did get pictures. So at the end of the video, like I had said, I think maybe I put a little, little something at the beginning, a little note. You're gonna get to see all of those pictures and, in a slideshow at the end. But this little structure, they said, was like the only surviving structure from that battle. So this was very, very neat to see also. So super cool, y'all. Hey, y'all, we are out at the Culloden Battlefield. We just walked. That is the monument. I took some pictures of that. And then there are a lot of clan markers along this path and along the path back there. And then this, I can't remember what he said this thing up here was, but y'all see how red I am in the face? I'm freezing. My butt cheeks are cold. But yeah, it's so pretty out here. I'll turn y'all around and show you the whole thing in a second. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Like I was saying, it was very, very cold this day and super, super windy, but this is not something that we would have wanted to miss. It was beautiful out here, and I am so glad that we were able to do this tour that included this Culloden Battlefield. So the next thing we did was a really quick stop. The driver said, "Hey, does anybody want to see a Highland cow?" Does anybody want to see a Highland cow? Come on, man. Is that even a question? So, of course, we had to. This little cow's name was Katie something. I think they said that, like, she was named after, like, a children's book. Look at her sticking her tongue up in her nostrils. But, and then there was a black one that was kinda further out, and I think that one's name was Jamie Fraser. I didn't get video of it, but I did get some pictures of it. They also had, like, some little llamas out there. They had a little gift shop you could go in and all that kinda stuff. So, it was a neat little stop. It was a fun little detour, that we got to do on this little journey that we took, y'all. We got to see Highland cows. So not the last stop, but the last big stop for the day was Glen Affric. Now, the drive out here again was beautiful. Glen Affric is like way out in the distance right now. We are just traveling over there to it. It's like a big, almost like what we would consider like a big national park or something. So we started getting up where it was nice and hilly. There was little waterfalls up in the mountains, or I mean, I consider these mountains. Maybe if y'all live in the mountains, you don't. These may just be hills to y'all, maybe foothills or something. But like, this is not something that we have seen. And we had one girl that was on another tour with us that was like, I mean, how many pictures can you take of a mountain? A lot. I can take a lot of pictures of a mountain, y'all. A whole lot. A lot of pictures of water, a lot of pictures of everything. So it was raining. This was Joel's little piece of footage. He went down to this bridge and filmed like some of the little water and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. And everything out here was so pretty. It is like one of the most gorgeous places in Scotland. You got big mountains, the little lochs, the waterfalls, and even the drive is just stunning. It just keeps opening up to like these views that really should be on postcards that just make you want to stop every 2 minutes. And it is so peaceful out there, and there's like it's untouched. I know that sounds like a commercial, but do y'all know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of litter and buildings, and it's just like wide open trees and water and mountains. And there was even snow right there, if you could see in the middle of the screen. It had snowed like a day or two before, and they said that was their first snow of the year. And so that one mountain way off in the distance had snow on top of it. And again, for those of us who don't see mountains, it was so, so cool to get to see that. And then our last little stop for the day, we stopped on the side of the road to look at Loch Ness. We didn't do a tour to Loch Ness, but we did get to look at it. So y'all slow it down, see if you can find Nessie out there. But that is where we went for this day. And now I'm going to share with y'all all the pictures that we took in this little slideshow.
right, y'all, that was our day going to Culloden, Glen Affric, and the Clava Cairns, and all the other little fun stops along the way. So I am about to get ready for bed. We don't have anything tomorrow. We don't have anything planned. So I think we're just going to sleep in. Today's Saturday, so tomorrow's Sunday. We're not really sure what's going to be open on a Sunday, but we are going to just sleep in until we want to get up, which we'll probably still be up early, but we're not going to get in a rush. We're going to cook breakfast here and then maybe get out and explore the town some. And then Monday, we have another very long tour day. We're going to get to see a lot of stuff. So, of course, I'm going to take y'all along for the ride. So, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe because there's going to be a whole series on Scotland because we're taking so many pictures and videos. There's no way I can get it in one video. So, anyway, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today while I was in Scotland. And I will see y'all real soon. Bye, y'all.